You sell the business, the wire hits the account, and then comes the questions that nobody warned you about. And the big one is, now what? Hey, everybody, Matt Landon here, and this is Money and Meaning, where we talk about building a life that lasts, not just a lifestyle that looks good. Now, today's episode is for the business owners out there, or maybe somebody who used to be one, and it's called After the Wire Hits. And the reason is because we've seen this time and time again here in our office. You sell the business, the wire hits the account, and then comes the questions that nobody warned you about. And the big one is, now what? So let me be real with you. Selling your business is a huge deal. You didn't just sell a company. In some cases, you're walking away from your identity, your income, your routine, and in a lot of cases, your relationships. So the problem is most business owners will spend years getting the sale right and about 5 minutes thinking about what comes after it. They think the hard part is closing the deal. But I'll tell you what I've learned sitting across the table from people who just added 7 or 8 figures to their net worth overnight. The real challenges start after the check clears. So let's talk about what happens next and how to do it well. First of all, you need to have a strategy for the money. And this is not just a patchwork of investment accounts. You need to have a clearly defined strategy. This means looking at your income needs, your risk tolerance, your taxes, your estate plan, making sure that you have multiple things working in synergy altogether. Because when you go from managing an active asset like a company to managing a liquid one like a brokerage account, the rules change. You're not building a company the same way anymore. You're protecting a financial asset that you have, and it takes a little bit of a different mindset. So you don't want to end up sitting on cash with no plan, or worse, saying yes to the first pitch that lands in your inbox. Now, secondly, you need to prepare your family. If you've built serious wealth from your business, chances are this money is going to outlive you. And so you have to ask yourself this question: are your kids ready to inherit it? Have you talked about expectations, values, the role that this wealth is going to play in your family's future? Because if you don't start this conversation, somebody else will. And that's where good legacies tend to get off track. We've helped families that have walked through this, from family meetings to letters of intent to setting up trust that do more than distribute money. They tell a story. They tell your story. Now, thirdly, and this is huge, you have to deal with the silence. When you're not running the business anymore, there's a gap. And if you don't fill it with something meaningful, that silence can start to eat at you. This doesn't mean just jumping into another deal to feel useful, but it might mean finding ways to lead, give, or build, or guide someone in this next chapter. So we've worked with a lot of folks that have become philanthropic. Others have become mentors. A few have turned their family into mission-driven enterprises. Now, this is what we mean when we talk about going from business to legacy. So here's the takeaway. The sale is not the finish line. It's the handoff. It's the next step. So if you're intentional about what comes next and you don't just transfer wealth, you multiply impact. You shape your family, you protect your values, you make decisions that you're not going to look back on with regret. Now, if you're not sure where to start, this is the kind of thing that we do here at Semmax. There's no fluff. This isn't a cookie cutter plan where everyone goes into the exact same strategy. This is just smart, strategic guidance from people who have walked this road with business owners like you again and again. That's all I have for you for today. If you've just sold a business or if you're planning to, you don't have to navigate this chapter alone. So let's talk about what legacy and impact and intentional planning means for you. My name is Matt Landon. This has been Money and Meaning. I look forward to talking to you soon, and have a beautiful day.